Oh, hi, Diane. I'm glad I caught you in. I've got some good news for you.
Hi, Dave. What news do you have?
Well, the Footprints Committee has been meeting, and we've come up with a unanimous recommendation for this year's recipient.
You have?
Yes, and you know that this year is an important year because we've renamed the award the George B. Weaver Jr. Footprints Award.
Well, tell me, who have they selected?
Rick Johnson?
Rick Johnson. That's an excellent choice.
Well, I thought so. Well, the award is for service and philanthropy, and Rick certainly fits that bill very well.
He sure does. He's done so much for the community. I often think of him as the community ambassador. He's so welcoming and encouraging to people. And of course, he leads by example.
He really does. He's just an all-around good guy for the community. I'm glad that he came back to live in Dunkirk and Fredonia.
We're lucky for that. He introduced me to Dunkirk Rotary, as well as countless others. He introduced me to the foundation as well, and I'm so grateful for that.
He really follows in his father's footsteps. I knew his father, not very well, but I knew him. And his father was active in the community. He was a legislator. He worked for the old Dunkirk Radiator Company and did a lot of things. So I think in a way Rick follows in his father's footsteps, which is another reason for the Footprints Award.
Good going. Well, I think the committee did a great job, Dave. Super.
Well, thank you.
There I'm outside the Opera House, as you can see, polishing on the brass like I've been for the last 15 years. Back when you guys were starting down, fixing those chairs downstairs. The famous Monday night crew. Remember that bunch? I certainly do, and I hope the community remembers what you did for the Opera House back then. As I remember, you were the kind of the leader of the Monday night crew. Came in every Monday night and took the chairs that had to be totally revarnished and reupholstered and everything. And you guys took all those chairs and revarnished them and got them all set to put back. The Opera House has come a long way since you guys did all that work. It's a thriving operation now, and the community really owes you a lot for the leadership you showed in doing all that. For all of that effort and for everything else you've done for this community, we are indeed grateful and congratulate you on your award that you've been given. So three thumbs up. That's one, but there's two more somewhere for all your efforts for this region and especially for the Opera House. Thanks a lot.
Hey Rick, congratulations on this great award. One of the reasons that I was really pleased to hear that you got this award is you've done so much in the community. Certainly I know most about what you've done at the hospital. As I know, and I'd like everyone to know, Rick was chair of the hospital board from 1999 to 2004. Rick served on the board probably 10 years prior to that too, so a long time. But what I always really appreciated about Rick was the wide range of community activities. Certainly, again, I know most about the hospital, but your work in the Opera House, your work with the Community Foundation, JCC, just so many places. What I tell people, and I really mean this, is Rick is the consummate volunteer. Rick Johnson has never done anything for the credit. He does it because he believes it, and what better reason is there than that? So to get some recognition like this, the Footprints Award is just what you deserve, and I'm real pleased to have been a little part of that.
Sure gives me a great deal of pleasure to be here this afternoon to talk about Rick Johnson and the George B. Weaver Jr. Footprints Award. Rick and I go back a long time, and in connection with the foundation, he was the guiding light for all of the finances and all of the planning that went in to starting the foundation back in 1986 and 87. Rick and I have been great friends. He comes up to our camp in Canada. We go on trips together. He greeted my wife and I when we came back from our 2000 World Cruise. We've been friends in Rotary, church, and have lunch together, dinner quite often. So again, my pleasure and congratulations, Rick, on this achievement.
Congratulations, Rick. It's a wonderful honor, first of all, and I certainly am pleased and gratified to be asked to speak on this occasion. I think my first involvement through Rick was the foundation. And that's something about Rick. He gets others involved in very worthwhile projects that he himself is involved in, and thus ensures a certain continuity to the project and to the organization. I was very pleased this year that the foundation chose Rick to be the recipient of the Footprints Award in the year of George Weaver's passing, because George was such a good friend to Rick, and Rick looked up to George in many respects, and George did lead the way, and Rick ably followed. So I think it closes the circle nicely, and it's just a marvelous thing. Congratulations.
I can't think of anybody more appropriate to receive the Footprints Award than Rick Johnson. It's because of the footprints that Rick established that this foundation really exists. Rick was one of the fellows that was very excited about what was accomplished over in Jamestown with their foundation, which really led to the startup of our foundation. We formed an organizational committee of which Rick was a crucial part. In fact, Rick played a real leadership role in that organizational committee. And once we got to the point of deciding that we would move forward, it was Rick Johnson that really took care of all the technical aspects, or led the effort on the technical aspects to get the foundation established. He led the efforts along with Dave DeWino and Lou DePalma with our attorneys at Hodson Russ that drafted the agreements. And Rick and David helped establish all the accounting records and policies and procedures for the foundation. So Rick really established the footprints for this foundation, and he certainly provided our preliminary leadership. He was the first president of the foundation, did a terrific job, and it was because of his vision where this foundation is today. I don't think anybody back then, 20-some years ago, 1985, when we started this effort, ever imagined that we'd have $15 million and be making almost $1 million in grants. So to Rick, I say thank you and congratulations. I can't think of anybody more deserving of this award than you.
Rick, congratulations. It's another great award for you, all the hard work you've given throughout the years. I'm very happy and very proud to have known you since 1981. It's been a long tour. Through your hard efforts and work in our community, it's going to be a better place for a whole bunch of people in the future years. This award, the Footprint Award, couldn't go to a greater person. You certainly worked hard. I'm very proud of you, and your family is too. Congratulations. I hope you have many more years ahead of you with Michelle and the two girls, and I hope we stay together as partners for a long time. You certainly have made a big mark on this community and myself as well. Congratulations, Rick, and good luck in the future.